Welcome to Coreum Concepts. Thanks for coming by the channel today. Hopefully I can leave you some value in exchange. You can give me a like or a share. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. We do have a contest once we reach 1,000 subscribers, which we're getting closer by the day. I'll be giving away a huge NFT prize package to one lucky subscriber. So if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button, share this out there so we can get there faster. That was the Coreum community DAO validator commercial you just seen there. Nice little video done by a partner on the team, Marco. Great job. And like I said in the post here, I can assure you this is just the beginning for the community, and stay tuned for more ways to participate in the days and weeks ahead. So we have a lot of exciting things planned. We've been working on here for a while, and it's exciting because we're at the point now where a few of these things are about to be deployed. We're really looking forward to expanding on that and growing this community. So one of those things is our link tree for the Coreum community DAO. Got the contact us here, link to the YouTube channel, GitHub, to our Zeev if you want to support the channel. If you're contemplating using any of Zeev's services, please hit the link here. Zeev's a partner of the channel and the validator, and it will help support that cause by using that link. If you have any questions about using Zeev as a service, whether it be for Coreum or any other blockchain, please reach out. More than happy to help. If I don't know the answer, I can certainly point you to the people that do. And link to the Discord here also. The Discord is now open, so check that out. Checking with the markets here, Coreum is under some pressure, much like the rest of the crypto market, coming in at just over 8 cents. It has dipped below to that 7.792. I'm here for the long term, obviously running a validator. This is an exciting time for me. I think this is an opportunity to DCA. Not financial advice. Everybody has a different situation. My situation is here. I'm here for the long haul. So to me, this is quite an opportunity. Sologenic, same story on that. See, it took a huge wick down here to 7.7 cents also. It's currently trading at 9.7 cents and come under quite a bit of pressure of late. One thing I like to see here, if you're dollar cost averaging well into the oversold range, check it in an XRP. See, it dipped into that oversold also. And it's currently sitting at 52.305 cents. And Bitcoin was not spared either. Obviously, it was probably leading the charge on the drop. $26,010. Could be another step down coming after that. So we'll see what happens here in the days ahead. I'm not a chart expert, nor do I pretend to be. Total crypto market cap is 1.033 trillion. You can see it also dipped deep into the oversold territory. I always kind of like to take a look to see, hey, the last time it was down there, what happened? It was close here. Pretty big run up from there. Go back to here, huge run up from there. So something to think about. Definitely relying on one indicator is not the way to make a financial decision. It's just one thing I look at when I'm, like I said, dollar cost averaging or swing trading or whatever the case is. But very volatile times. The BRICS are meeting this week. Interest rates are still, some people say they're stabilized, other people say they're going up still. So it's still very volatile times. So relying on an indicator to make a financial decision is not a wise plan. Gold coming in at $18.95. You can see it's had a little tick up here. It also hit the RSI bottom. We can take a look, same thing, what happened last time we were there. You can see a little bit of volatility and then it took off. This is on the daily chart. Time before that, spent some time in here. And there's a case where it didn't quite work out that way. Hit there, pumped up, but lost it. So again, not 100%. It depends what you're here for and how long. And you can take a look at the silver. is taking a strong bid up here at $23.19. And the DXY, still some upward pressure there at 103.335. And you can see here it is approaching the overbought. You can look at what happens since it hits those spots. So again, to rely on just the RSI to make decisions, not a good plan, but could mean that DXY is going to come under some pressure here soon. And if that happens, likely the total crypto market cap will go up. Watch for that trend. The MMRI, Manarino Market Risk Indicator, free tool available to everybody on his website. Check that out. So, follow him on YouTube if you don't keep up with the overall market outlook. MMRI is currently sitting at 277, which is in the extreme zone, and definitely be keeping an eye on it at this point. You can see it's definitely the highest it's been since November 1st of 2022. So, we want to see how the market was behaving around that time. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but this just generally tells you that the market is in an extreme risk area. You need some intervention or things could get very shaky. And checking in with Smart Stake Analytics, you can see at the top is Cosmos Station, 20.1 million, BitTrue at 20 million, Zen Lounge at 19.3, Coreum Network, 216,980,350 stake. And we'll check down the list here, see if there's anything note of change or of interest. Not much change there. Still 47 validators, one open slot. Not too much change with the numbers down here either, by the looks of it. So nice to see everything's looking. No, it looks like Coreum Services is having some troubles there. Take a quick look, see what's going on there. Hope they get that figured out. Okay, moving on. In response to the situation in Hawaii, have community members there that are affected and assisting with the recovery. We have been sending funds in donation. I believe some people have also been sending some care packages and whatnot. Word of warning there, I heard shipping is extremely high. So you might want to think about that before you go down that road, or maybe look at Amazon or something like that as a solution. Anyways, Mackenzie here is donating his OGs that were recently released. Looks like he's auctioning them both off. I think his Coreum and Sologenic OG go together. They're going up for a live bid. And oh yes, here's the Sologenic one here. So just a good way to support. These OGs just recently come out. You can learn a little bit more about them here at the Coreum OGs Telegram group and Coreum OGs Discord. I'll maybe put a link to those in the description of the video so you can check that out. And yeah, it's just to support a really good cause. The OGs, I think, have a reward strip structure that come with them. So if you're interested in that, please keep your eye out for your opportunity to bid on that. I think they're doing like a 48-hour auction this week at some point. I think NFT Evolutions is handling that. So you can watch it for that on their Discord also. Over the weekend, I released the podcast I did with Articulate. I was hoping that somebody was going to send me a video of him performing yesterday at the Vegan Fest in Waterbury, Connecticut. I will still honor that for the next few days if somebody gets me their own video of him on stage, making a return to his music for after some time away, I guess. Really excited to see that. Hope it turned out well, and sounded like it was going to be a great time. So it'll be interested to hear from Articulate to see how that all went on Sunday. And if you haven't checked that out, the podcast we went just about an hour, and we obviously did talk about the Vegan Fest, but I could tell you the bulk of the conversation was on crypto and blockchain, and had such a great conversation with Articulate. He's going to be a very powerful thought leader in this space. You can tell he's dedicated a lot of his time and energy into learning about the ecosystem to help share and onboard the next billion people. So definitely check that out. Checking in with Zeev, partner of the channel here, the dynamic chief of Permissionless, Roshan Vadazeri, will join us on the next X Space AMA on the 24th of August, 8 p.m. That would be India time. Usually works out to about 7:30 a.m. Pacific time here in Canada. We'll discuss blockchain enabling global access to capital and financial inclusion. And that looks like it's going to be a great conversation, just like many of their Web3 voices that they host. So definitely click the link to that for a reminder. And just sending out prayers to those here in BC also affected by wildfires. It's an ongoing situation. My area, the Okanagan, has been effectively shut down to visitors. We have multiple large-scale fires threatening our infrastructure and large populated areas. So it's a tough time here. I am currently located in a safe area, not in threat of any of these existing fires, obviously under heavy smoke and ash, but prayers go out. Many people have lost their homes, businesses, and lives have been turned upside down. There's, I think, over 35,000 people currently evacuated from their home. That number could still increase. There is a chance of a little bit of rain today. Unfortunately, there might be some lightning that comes with that. This area is dry as dry can be, and it's going to be a tough battle to get out from here. So prayers to everybody out there, and to the firefighters and first responders working so hard to get these under control, and all the people, volunteers, and community that is supporting their needs, because we have a lot of people from all over the world that have come to help fight these fires. Obviously, it creates a huge demand on resources to keep them all supplied, fed, fueled up, and whatnot. So it's a big undertaking right now here in the Okanagan. So like the emergency order says, if you don't have to be here, please don't come. And just a lot of people are going to need some help in the days ahead, and it's just good to keep in mind that it's just good to treat everybody with some kindness and compassion, because you just don't know what's going on in their personal life in the background. So think about that, and just try and spread some good. Citizen of the future here. If only Canada didn't send so much money to Ukraine and purchase a couple of these firebombers instead. Sad our nation is dealing with wildfires for 20 plus years, and we still do not have the proper equipment to fight for our firefighters. Canada is broken, and thanks to the Liberal Party of Canada. Notice how every reporter is complaining about not having the chance to share Canadian news on Facebook and Instagram. Take note that is from the Liberal Party Bill C-18, which creates a link tax for the big social giants. Whether you agree with the political side of this comment or not, the crazy thing is here in Canada that they passed a law that basically if we share news links on social media, in Canada they won't be shared unless the social media company pays a tax. So Facebook, for example, decided to not show any Canadian news content because it's not being paid for, I guess, or because they refuse to pay for it. And I'm not saying they should pay for it, but the problem is Canadians are being deprived of news because of a government policy. So it's, like that's how far Canada's gone, guys. Like it was not long ago, they were seizing bank accounts for supporting a protest, legal protest at that. Yeah, we're in big trouble here. It's always good to pay attention to the challenges other countries and governments are creating for their population, because there's probably similar interests working to bring similar problems your way too. So just a heads up, Canada is in very, very tough shape as far as governance and freedom. Moving on to the XRP ledger, Vet posted here, looks like the next Rippled release is going to have the AMM XLS30D for the XRP ledger up for voting. With the XLS20, we learned many lessons. 1. Testing. Go break the amendment. XLS20 suffered multiple fixes and re-releases. Even over a year later, we got a couple hours ago critical bugs fixed. Number 2, build and educate. It's hard for validators to vote for anything that nobody knows a thing about, nor is building for it. So that's what I hope to do with our communications with the Coreum community, validator, and DAO, is help bring education to the participants in this ecosystem so they're aware on the issues and why people are voting both for and against. Like, it's no good just to understand your own opinion and what you're voting. If somebody's voting opposite to you, there's great value in trying to understand why they voted that way, because if maybe you just don't know the reasoning why they voted that way, and if you did, maybe it would influence your vote. So education is critical. It's important that a blockchain that's run by a community, that you have an informed and educated community so that these decisions could be beneficial as they should be. So number 3, don't harass people for not voting for it because of valid concerns. It's a complex process where network security is priority. Again, kind of back to the same point, like, just because somebody disagrees with you doesn't mean it's a problem. It's actually a learning opportunity, possibly. Expectation management is key. The AMM could easily take a year or longer to come live. Overall, I'm looking forward to the amendment, as this is a team effort of all of us in the community to take good care of public good called the XRP ledger. And that's just it. And again, great job by Vet here on getting this information out to the community, because it is vitally important that we understand what's going on. And it's important here, like the expectations management, like, it is key. I'm very excited for the AMM. I think it's going to do great things, but at the same time, I don't have any timeline set for when I expect this to happen. I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm sure it's probably going to happen someday, and I look forward to that day. That's it. That's all I can do with it. I'm confident that Sologenic and Coreum, they're well ahead of being prepared for this. As they've said themselves, as soon as it goes live, they're ready. So I'm just sitting here waiting. I don't need a date. I don't need any timelines. It's going to happen when the time is right. Obviously, it is something that we don't want to rush and jeopardize the security and good reputation of the XRP ledger. So just sit back and wait, and it'll come. Another part of education here from We Say Win from Zum. Friendly reminder that you can learn about the XRP ledger tech and coding here at learn.zum.dev. There's 48 video tutorials created by Zoom Developer Education Center to start learning to code the XRPL. Even if you're not a developer, if you're just participating in this ecosystem, very valuable to understand the information in here. Just go through it. It's a video to watch. Again, you don't have to apply everything you learn. It's just to give you a better overall understanding of what the XRP ledger is and how it works and what could potentially be done with it. It could, spark some ideas just by learning how to operate on it. I wanted to check in with Coreum Network here. I had a member of the community curious as to why the total circulating supply of Coreum keeps increasing, and there is a good explanation for that. I wanted to do it proper when I explained it, so I just pulled up the document here. We'll take a quick look at why that happens, and it's all based around staking. This is a Coreum technical paper. It can be found right on the Coreum website page. So let's just look into what's going on here. Staking is one of the most important components of a proof of stake blockchain. It ensures the network remains secure while giving validators and delegators of passive income by staking their core tokens and getting rewards. In fact, staking is the backbone of every proof-of-stake consensus. A proof-of-stake network is secured when stakeholders lock their tokens and are granted voting power in exchange, power that can be used to vote on each block. The assumption is that it is to the benefit of the stakeholders to secure the network, since the value of their assets depends on the security of the network itself. It can be deduced that the more tokens that are locked as stake, the more secure the network is. For example, the total value locked, TVL, as stake is about 1% of the entire token value. Then if an attacker controls 1/3 of that 1%, they can halt the network. But if 75% is locked as TVL, then they need to control 25% of the total value to halt the network. So proof-of-stake network must encourage its participants to stake and reach reasonably high TVL percentage. Given the fact that the only incentivization mechanism in proof-of-stake is block rewards, if there are enough transactions in each block, more fees will be collected and more people will stake their tokens. But if there's not enough transactions happening, then the rewards will be too low and the TVL will go down, bringing risk to the network. To accommodate that problem, variable inflation, so that's the key here, the answer to the community member's question, variable inflation is introduced, meaning that some tokens will be minted in each block, adding to block rewards alongside fees and passed to the validators and delegators to incentivize them to provide more stake. And the amount of inflation rate is inversely proportional to TVL. If TVL is equal to or higher than the target value, then the inflation rate goes down to its minimum, and if it's not, it'll go up, but there is an upper limit to that inflation rate also. These tokens will be minted in a manner that a maximum yearly inflation rate is observed. It is evident that the minting will introduce inflation to the system, which will further incentivize non-stakers to effectively stake their tokens so their assets don't lose value. It must be noted that if there are enough transactions in each block and enough incentivization is produced from transactions fees so that stakers are locking enough tokens to meet the target TVL, then the inflation will not be necessary and it will automatically go down to zero. I hope that explains, why you see that number going up. So like we're currently in distribution with one more airdrop to come in November. And I guess there's two more to come. There's still the Sologenic 20 million that's to come also, that was delayed. But point being, after the airdrops are done, the distribution is going to be strictly run on that variable inflation we just talked about. It is what maintains the proper incentivization to keep the blockchain at an ideal secured state. So hope that helps. I love having questions like that from the community members, because if there's one person asking, there's other people that need to know that answer or want to know that answer too, likely. So thanks for reaching out and asking that question. I hope I did a good job in explaining it to you. If you have any further inquiries, please leave a comment below, or any question on the Coreum network. I'll do my best to answer it. If I can't answer it, I'll reach out to somebody and get us that answer. I wanted to take a look at this post here from Kappa. Coreum official is ISO 222 compliant and has everything a crypto needs to thrive in the next bull market. I couldn't agree more. I think the ISO 222 component of Coreum is another one of those features that will set it apart that's not really being talked about, but we will see. But we'll just check in quickly. Haven't done this for a while. Coreum versus existing blockchains. So interoperability. See, Coreum's a winner on that. We've already passed resolution to and the code to be connected to IBC. Obviously, we have our ties to the Interledger protocol, so interoperability is done. Clearly, we're there. On-chain governance done. We've already been down that road. Transactions per second, Bitcoin 4, Ethereum 5, Binance 62, Polkadot 156, XRP Ledger 1500, Coreum 7000, and that 7,000 could be actually multiplied many times over with side chains. Transaction fees on Bitcoin, moderate. Ethereum, they can be high. Binance, moderate. Polkadot, low. Ledger, low. Coreum, low. Block time 600 seconds. Ethereum for Bitcoin 600 seconds. Ethereum 14 seconds. Binance 5 seconds. Polkadot 6 seconds. XRP Ledger 4 seconds. Coreum 1.5. And I can tell you, it's like 1.5. It is fast. Like, I was always impressed with doing my transactions on the XRP Ledger or the Zum wallet. You'll be amazed. Coreum's twice as fast, so and smooth. So very happy about that. Energy consumption on Bitcoin, well, we know about that. This is a little outdated. I think Ethereum's transition to proof of stake also, like Coreum is. So I'm not too sure that the energy consumption would still be considered high. If anybody knows the answer to that, please leave a comment below. Binance low, Polkadot low, Ledger low, and Coreum extremely low. Consensus mechanism, proof of work on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Coreum is bonded proof of stake. Smart contracts in DeFi, only available on Ethereum, Binance, parachains on Polkadot, and Coreum. Native DEX, Bitcoin no, Ethereum yes, Binance yes, Polkadot no, XRP yes, Coreum yes. That's another thing that doesn't get talked about, is the native DEX on Coreum that will be released eventually. Distributed cloud and computing storage, Bitcoin no, Ethereum yes, Binance yes, Polkadot no, XRP Ledger no, and Coreum yes. So, as you know, the Coreum and Sologenic team have said, like they took all the things that they liked from these chains and tried to strip out as many of the things that they don't like out of them, and this is the end result. You know, so no chain's perfect. You know, every chain, you know, has to sacrifice something to achieve the trilemma. You know, so I always stuck by the fact that Coreum has done a great job to address all of these things. Huge supporter of the XRP Ledger, and you know, it speaks for itself. It's been up for over 10 years without a hiccup. You know, they obviously took that technology and made it better. So that's why I'm confident in the Coreum ecosystem, because I'm taking the confidence I have in the XRP Ledger and assuming and suggesting that possibly the team is basically made the ledger better, and that does involve working with the ledger. That doesn't mean like leaving the ledger to Coreum. I think it's all meant to work together. XRP Ledger, Coreum, IBC, Ripple's going to use them all, and I think that Ripple's invested in a lot for this column to become what it has, and the Sologenic and Coreum teams have obviously put in the hard work to achieve it. So just my opinion, time will tell. I'm here for the long haul, documenting the journey all the way along. Happy you're here with me. Please hit that like button. That's really that's the currency I need. I don't need you to do the super chats or anything like that, subscriptions. I just need those like buttons and get the subscriber count up to that 1,000 so we could get rid of this NFT collection, and just spread the news and educational content on Coreum and its connected networks together. Appreciate all your support. Please check out our validator if you're staking on Coreum. We've got a lot of exciting things ahead. We've got a snapshot coming up. Our early supporters will be rewarded. I can assure you of that. We're very grateful and appreciative of your support, and we're going to return something to you for that. Peace and prosperity to all.